Waiting on it.
You are now watching Soca Vibes Sports Podcast.
Ready to get it done. She got the wine down to the yard far. So cock it up and put your red by your knee. Never.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, JP, and I'm here with Mr. Starboy. And we have two amazing guests that we're excited to share with you guys. Would you guys like to introduce yourself one by one, starting with KP?
Yes, I'm Kennedy, and I'm so glad to be on the show today.
Okay, well, it's nice to have you. I don't think we kind of got that. I think it was a little sound error, but we have her. She said her name is KP, and yeah, she's excited to join us today. And we have a second time guest in Miss Lex, who went by what on the first time you was on the show? What did you go by?
I think it was Lex, right?
You went by Lex. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, we got a amazing co-host. You know, our boy Starboy, Mr. 305 himself. Today we got a slew of topics, man. Slew of topics that I'm excited to share with you guys, and I think we have definitely two interesting perspectives because we have women's touch. You know what I'm saying? And I think certain episodes, they require women's touch when we're speaking on certain topics. So to begin, this first topic is more so a broad topic and it's more so like, got for the guys, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'd like to hear what the women have to say about this. So to begin, what's a man's requirement for marriage? And I'll start with you, Starboy.
So for me, a requirement for marriage is like you got to be able to like take care of your family. There are certain things that you got to do for marriage. So be able to take care of your family, be able to lead a household, be able to learn like to listen to your woman. You're not always right. So there's things that in a certain situation where you may be going through an argument or you just got to learn to be able to like hear one another. You got to be able to be um, in the same paths, like not the same thing because you are your own individual person, but you guys have to be in the same direction. Like if one person is a drinker and the other person is like a non-drinker, like it's gonna be kind of hard because you're like, okay, this is my lifestyle and then this is your lifestyle. So you just gotta be like, you gotta be willing to listen. You gotta be willing to like go through growing pains within with each other, and just get better. That's all.
Okay. So you're pretty much saying that you just want everybody's lifestyle to coincide with your lifestyle, as far as like you being a man.
Not
For me,
necessarily, but it's just in a certain way. Like for example, you're two different people, so you're not
mm,
gonna always see the same thing. But at the same time, you wanted to coincide like a little bit. Like you know, if somebody's doing something, like if you're more into like I'm more into a healthy lifestyle. So when I get married, I'm going to like my wife will be more into the healthy lifestyle because you know that's what I'm doing right now.
okay, so you're saying more so mutual interest.
Yes.
Okay, and to start with, Lex, I want to hear your personal opinion on this. Like, what do you think? How do you feel like a man? Like, what do you think should be the requirements for a man if you had to like decide for him?
For me, so the first one is provider. I agree with him. The second one would be for him to be emotional, like have emotional intelligence. Uh, the third one, basically like being able to learn and to teach and also lead. So I kind of agree with like majority of everything that he said. But for me personally, I think one of the requirements that I'm requiring to marry like somebody, I don't want them to have any kids because I don't have any. So that's a big one for me.
Okay, respectfully. So, what about you, KP? What are your
Um, I,
thoughts?
yes, I actually agree with both of them. I also would say communicating with one another and being understanding, not having one person thinking it's all about them, And just really like taking the time out to have those talks, like even if it's small things or big things. So, um, just pretty much communicating with each other.
Okay, I could
Yeah.
respect that. For me, I would say I would want somebody who's selfless, somebody who shares similar interests, somebody who's willing to meet halfway when like a disagreement is had. Um, and those would probably be like my basic core requirements.
Do
So
you feel like if they don't have them at first, that that's something you'll be like willing to work on them, like with them?
yeah, compromise is definitely like something I'd be willing to do, but it takes two parties to compromise. Feel me? So if we realize that one of the parties is not compromising, then that's not somebody I'd be willing to settle in with.
Do you have a time limit for them to like?
Yeah, yeah.
What is
I
it?
think time limit should definitely be set. I say it depends on the circumstance or the situation. So let's say, for example, we're in a situation where I don't like you leaving your toothbrush. It could be something minute. I don't like you leaving your toothbrush on the counter, right? And that doesn't change after a certain amount of time. Eventually, you're gonna be like, "Well, this person's not willing to compromise with me." And it starts with the little things, and then it can turn into like a snowball effect. So I think that's how I look at it.
And you seeing the effort, would it like change even if they continue like to do the same thing?
If you see change and
Like if
you
you
like,
see effort but not like a big change, like would it change your mind for like the time?
I can be more lenient with effort. You know what I'm saying? If effort is being put in, you know what I'm saying. But if there's no effort and no change, then it's kind of like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Yeah. So also I want to make mention our boy Mello. He couldn't join us today, but we are definitely looking forward to seeing him in next episode. And what are we on now? Episode
Nine.
9, 10? Okay, 9. Hey man, we moving and grooving like Ruben, man.
Mhm.
So yes, Uncle Fam, continue to support and show love. But to transition, uh, green lights, red lights for relationships for social media. Like, what are some things that are like, no, you like, 'cause, it's some people I think who tend to be a little possessive over their partner, and some of the things that they like, or some of the things that they don't like, or like who's in certain people's DMs and who's not in certain people's DMs and stuff like that. So, like, I want to know, what are y'all takes on this? And I'll start with you, KP.
My takes is I think some people get a little too crazy about social media. I feel like we actually live in a real world. Social media is kind of like just social media. So I feel like you shouldn't have a problem with your guy liking other pictures. That's just part of social media. Um, my pros would say just have fun. Like I wouldn't put too much emphasis on, oh, you're liking this person's pictures or you're looking at this too much. I feel like it should matter what type of effort and attention that you're getting in real life.
Okay, that's a very good perspective. Now, I feel like not everybody thinks like that, and not everybody like feels like that. So, I'm curious to know your perspective, Lex, as well. What do you think about that?
So I agree with what KP is saying, but for me it depends upon like what type of picture you're liking. Like if you're liking like a picture with somebody that doesn't have like any clothes on, it's kind of like why are you like following that person for me? But it really depends. Like if he already had them like as followers, then I can't get mad. But if me and him started dating and now they're coming, then I would feel some type of way. I
Okay,
personally don't like pictures of like guys like without their shirts on, or like I don't like pictures when like guys are like flaunting money. So that's just me. So it was never like it was never a problem for me to like not like those pictures anyway.
right. So you just want your partner to be on that same type of playing field as you, because I feel like
Yeah, I feel
so
like you could like a girl picture, but it's like it's certain pictures that you shouldn't like. Like I'm not gonna like a picture of his friend with like some gray sweats on. But I'll like a
okay,
picture when he's like in a nice attire. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
Like, what's your intentions while liking the picture?
Yes, basically, yeah. And
See,
then it's like a question after that because with certain girls, and this is just like sometimes with females, they'll hold something over like, oh, your boyfriend liked in my picture or whatever. So it really depends on the type of crowd you actually have that's following you.
okay. So you just feel like you wouldn't want that person to have a one up on you in a sense if your individual partner is liking um that picture.
Yeah, and it's kind of like for me, it's just like why. That's just my intake on it.
Okay. Why? What about you, Starboy?
So when it comes to like, I think that in a relationship you have to establish like what what is like what is in the norm of this relationship. Like, is social media an issue for you or is it not an issue for you? Because if it's an issue for somebody and then there's no communication, then there's gonna become a problem. Like my personal opinion, if like a guy likes girls' pictures, right? But it came before the women. You can't necessarily get mad, just like what Lex said. You can't get mad at something that was pre before you. Now, liking something after is different, but it also has to like I don't view that as like, oh, like that's something wrong. My biggest thing for me, like I'm gonna always show support. Like I'll scroll through social media sometime. I just like the picture. I don't sit there or look at it or zoom into the picture. That's kind of weird. But it's in the terms of okay, like, you know, I think that like okay, if you're going into somebody's DMs, then that's something different. Like you're trying to get something out of that person. Like you're going to get a reaction. So if you're in a relationship, like social media is not everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you taking care of that person, that person's taking care of you. I think that's the most important thing. I think times like we forget that like as you can see like people go on dates with each other and they're looking at their phones more than they're looking at each other. They're having a conversation with each other. So it's just like social media is there, but it's not real because social media only shows the highlights. You know what I'm
The
saying? Like, it
highlights.
only shows the highlights. It never shows somebody lows or like what they're going through in life. So it's just like, yeah, social media has like its green lights to it. Don't get me wrong, because like when you're in a relationship, like and you're on social media, like okay, like you look at pictures, hey babe, like I think we should go this place. Like it gives you the idea what places look like if you haven't been there already. But like the red lights is like the too many things that you see on social media, people having their life, like their relationship on social media for other people because drama sells. So if there's drama in your relationship and you on Instagram live or Facebook live or whatever, or if you're on TikTok, drama sells. So as long as there's drama in somebody's relationship, people gonna tune into that. So I just think you just have to have a conversation with each other beforehand, like once y'all start talking.
I was
Right.
just about to ask a question. How do you guys feel about like posting your significant other on social media? Like how
That's
long
a big
would you
one.
wait to post them or like do you feel like how many times you need to post them? Like how do you feel about it? Like the whole aspect of it.
That's a great question. And the reason,
Yeah.
me and KP, like, cause I've been knowing KP since I was little,
Hmm.
and me and KP have these type of conversations on the regular.
Hmm.
And me, I feel like, as far as posting your significant other, I don't, I don't think you should do that for the simple fact that like there are goons out there who are
Mhm.
waiting for you to post whoever and whomever, and they like because there's always somebody who feels as if they're either better than you or they can take somebody from you, and you don't even want to give that type of ammunition. If you happy and you doing your thing with whoever you doing your thing with, that's between y'all. Social media, like you say, is not a real place, so it's like we don't have to even go there. And I feel like if I'm serious with somebody and I do post them, because everybody done slipped up before, you know what I'm saying. And I see a lot of people when they take pictures of a man or whatever, they just post like they put like a star or like they only post shoulder up, and saying might get a corner. You could peep that it's somebody that they with. And I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
y'all something, Soko fam. A lot of these people that go on dates, just we know that y'all is not on a date by yourself because y'all post a picture of the food and y'all post a picture of the face of y'all face, but y'all ain't never gonna show who's sitting across the table now.
Yeah.
So That's
I
just my
would agree with you. Like, I would just post like the person that I'm dating, like their him, because basically the person that I'm dating now, like we're from the same community, so everybody knows everybody. So I'm not trying to have somebody tell me, "Oh, well, I used to date him back then," because then now I'm gonna have to unfollow you. But
Yeah.
that's just my intake on it.
yeah, because in all actuality, like it doesn't matter who you dated in your past or what you had going on in your past. It's just like we in we in the present right now, and somebody might tell you something about the person you're with that can like
Hmm.
what's the word, obscure your judgment or your opinion on the individual that you're actually with, when in all actuality, like you got with that person and you only know what they're showing you at that moment in time. So
But
they're,
the thing
it can matter.
is, everybody get a different version of you. Like
Right,
KP
right.
might get a different version of you. I might get a different version of you. He might get a different version of you. So it really depends on like their what happened in their relationship.
Right, right. Because in all
That's
actuality, we grow and we evolve. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the JP that you got a couple years ago is not the same JP that is speaking to you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
right.
you could have a bad day. It could be literally like a day before. So I don't know.
Yeah, things happen, things change, people change, and feelings change too. You know what I'm saying? So
How
I
do y'all
think
feel about it at the bottom? Like posting y'all significant other.
Um, I'm more of a private person, so I'm not really the type to really post my significant other. Maybe unless we're like a couple years down the line, but I'm kind of private now, so I don't too much put any emphasis on being posted or posting my significant other. But you're gonna see some pictures, just probably not of them.
like at a shoulder or a hand or something.
Yeah, you might catch a little glimpse or
Yeah, I
something.
agree with that. I learned my lesson from posting too much on social media. So
Yes.
Yeah, because then people think they know you. You know?
Hmm.
it's that, and like people are nosy. People just want
Mhm.
to know sometimes. So they'll say,
Right.
"Let me look at this person page," or like I don't know. People are just nosy.
Yeah, I'm nosy.
They'll literally click if you do post your significant other. They'll try to follow them, DM them, just do the
Hmm.
most. So,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much. Especially if you see is something good going on over here.
mm,
Why you trying to interrupt the flow? You know what I'm saying? The things. So,
right.
what about you, Starboy? How you feel about that?
I'm pretty much a private person too, man. So like, even like people that know me know, like if I post on social media, you're gonna get a post like once a year. So I really don't like really care for social media, like in terms of when it comes to my private life. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm talking to like a girl or we're dating, like I may post a picture. She'd be like, "Hey, like I'm gonna post this picture on my page, or like on my story." Like, I really don't post on my page. Like I'll post on a story, but like okay, the only time I'll show a face is like if we in a both a mutual agreement that we both gonna post each other at the same time. Not saying I can't do it on my own, but like I really don't care for it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's mine is mine, and the world don't have to know. Now, if the world finds out, then okay, but I'm not going for the world to like find out. Like even for me, like when I go on a date, like I don't care to take pictures of the food. Like I'm trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I about. Like I'm about. Like I'm pretty much a private person.
Right. They said I watch a lot of Club Shay Shay, right? And it's a nightcap. And he says all the time, Shannon Sharp says, once you date public, you break up public.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true. Because like the
Yeah.
minute some things go, as soon as you have y'all ever noticed y'all post somebody and then like right after that, things fall out or something
Yep.
happen. And so it's like it's better to just keep that because it's always gonna be that one person that like, what happened to such and such? What happened to such?
Mm-hmm.
It could even be your own family because 9 times out of 10, your family gonna be like,
Mhm.
what happened to such and
Right.
such? And I don't know why they do that because if it ain't like that no more, it's like you don't want to hear that
Right.
They do that at the wrong times, bro.
at the wrong
That's
time, and they
the
know that's what tripped me out. The family know they just asking to be nosy,
Hmm.
so they say
they'll
what? Go
They'll
ahead.
ask you in a group of people, like, what?
Everybody standing around. What happened to such and such who used to come by over here and hang out with you? And you sitting there like, come
I'll
on now.
ask when you with somebody else.
Oh my God. That'll happen to me. And I think it's worse in the Haitian community because they know good and dang well you done moved out of that situation. And they,
Hmm.
oh, who is this? Oh, nice to meet you. What happened to such and such? And you
Hmm.
like, bro, you see me standing here with a new person.
Right.
This don't even have to be like a relationship or anything, but you see me standing here with somebody else. What is the purpose? And what are you getting out of asking me about somebody that's not standing here right now when you could have did that like in private or something like that? They want to make sure it's front and center, and then they
Hmm.
want to ask you talking about some what happened to such and such. My face gets so stale when that happened.
I swear my mom just did that to my brother last weekend. Like,
Mm.
right in front of the girl. It was just crazy.
Ready to start. Wow, ready to start an argument.
I feel like it's worse for
Hmm.
men though.
Yeah, because then the girl, like let's say KP, you get introduced to a significant other's family, right? And they
Yeah.
be, I'm gonna just throw a name out there for example. How's Cheryl doing? Where's Cheryl at? And you standing there, you gonna be like, "Mm, you ain't tell me about Cheryl. You know what I'm saying? And now is a conversation to be had. Maybe he was trying to move on, and like we said, when you meet somebody new, sometimes you want to leave whatever is in that past. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
don't want to have to like you onto a new situation. Maybe you didn't even want to bring up that situation. You want to dead that,
Mm-hmm.
and now you putting yourself in a situation where you gotta like explain yourself, and it becomes a bigger topic of discussion than it had to be. You know what I'm saying? If you just kind of act like it never happened. That's just my personal opinion. So to transition, because that was a good one. How do we feel about women who sleep with men to get position? And I'm gonna start with you, KP. Hold on. I can't hear you if you're talking. We still can't hear you. So go ahead. Um we getting some technical difficulties. So we're gonna swing to you, Alex. How do
Um, I feel like it's wrong whether if it's a man or a woman is wrong. I feel like you should be fired. Like if you're good at what you do, then you shouldn't have to sleep with somebody. You'll eventually find a place that recognize you for your abilities, and that's basically it. I think it's wrong either way.
I think personally you could be good at what you do, but at the same time, it's certain people who don't really care. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't they don't care if they're good at what they do or not. It's just more so like what it will take me 5 years to accomplish, you know what I'm saying, I could accomplish in 1 year if I interact with the right person.
I mean, you can't interact without, having like sex or whatever. So you got to think about this. If you're having sex with that many people, you're going to start acting like them. It's like a lot of emotional trauma. Like a lot of things come with sex. It's just not like, having sex. It's like you're going to probably start acting like that person. It's a lot of stuff that you're going to pick up on a lot of traits, especially if you're around them 24/7 at work and having sex with them. Or then what's going to happen when you actually meet somebody outside of work? Now you're going to lose all your hours. So
Lose all your hours. I, I feel you.
for me, I don't date people that's from the same place, same school. It's really weird. And then, like, if y'all end up on bad terms, then you got to see that person every day. For me, it's a no.
Okay, we're gonna try you again, KP. You back? Oh, I think the audio is. Hold on. Yeah, the
Try to
audio.
mute and then unmute yourself.
Yeah. So to until KP come back, I'll
No,
say that
yeah.
me personally, I think you can date in the workplace, but I think it does get like a little tricky if you're trying to, sleep your way up the pyramid because other people are very aware of what's going on. They're very cognizant of what's going on. So it's hard to kind of like play that off in a sense, especially when you feel like you've been on grind mode, right? And somebody who been there 2 weeks done surpassed you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look at it like you're messing up my funds. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a position that I could have potentially had. You know what I'm saying? Are you back, KP? Oh, I don't know what's going
What
on.
about if you're on your phone, try like swiping out the app and then try logging back on.
Okay, say something.
Try swiping out the app completely or exiting off and then come back on.
And come back in, yeah, yeah. So,
Do you
what about?
believe in soul ties? You don't think you'll have any type of soul ties towards that person or any type of like you don't think they would want a relationship after that? Like this is somebody that you're going to be seeing every day that you work.
I agree. I agree. What I will say too, though, is just to play devil's advocate. Some people can detach themselves. You know what I'm saying? Some people can definitely detach themselves from and then separate, business and pleasure, and some people can't. You know,
So how many times did that work? Cuz
Some peop-
because I know a lot of people that would say that they're very good at detaching, and then the sex might be good, the person might be able to hold conversation. Now you stuck on somebody
Mhm.
at work.
yeah, I'm not saying I disagree, but
So
I say like if both parties are grown and can handle themselves accordingly, do your thing, work out. But I don't think you should climb your way to the top that way. You know what I'm saying? I say, you know, if y'all doing that or whatever, let your work stand on its own merit. You know what I'm saying? So even if you were sleeping around with somebody, you'd be like, damn, like now I guess I gotta go 10 times harder because people are already gonna make that assumption. It's like kind of opening up the window for that assumption to be had.
so do you feel like if the sex is trash that they should be fired? If they
Oh,
trying to say
that's two different jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's your out of work job, and that's you got your main work and your main job and your out of work job. If you are holding down one position and you taking care of business, but you're not taking care of business in the next position, I say, hey, you're gonna have to get a department change. What about you, Starboy?
I feel like both ways is wrong, but I can understand like in terms of because we live in the era everything's microwave based, so
Mhm.
nobody wants to do the work to get to a position or like vice versa. Like they don't want to like take the time to get out the mud. Everybody wants to do it like everybody wants to get there right away. Just like you say, like we all just know this now. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So since that is being like what since it's who you know, like you have people that's have multiple degrees, and just like you said, JP, somebody could come to your job and they could have no degree and be the top, and you still where you is fighting for to get to that same position. Can't do nothing about it because you can't prove it, but you see certain things at work. So I'm just saying, like, you know, when it comes to men doing it or women doing it, like it's not right. But it's like, you have certain ways. Like for example, like if the woman is like young and the guy is old, so technically she's not attracted to him. She's doing it just to get to the position. And the same thing Lex talked about. What happens when she got that position? Now she don't need you anymore because she got the position that she wanted. So now she's gonna actually date men that she's interested into. Well, then you're gonna feel some type of way about that because it's like I helped you get to this position, and I feel like with a man, like sometimes like as like sometimes men like if they get a woman something, they wanted the woman to depend on them forever. Like, I want you to always depend on me. Know that I got you. This like, it's for example, like if you buy somebody something or you get somebody something, you shouldn't keep reminding them that you did it for them. and you have people out there that do that. So it's like, you have situations where, a guy will sleep with a woman, and she's in terms out of his league, but she does it to get a job, and then all of a sudden now it's, things happen because now, like, she's not interested in no more. So then, he's gonna go find another woman to replace her.
Right. And I think it should be like for those older men out there that got that going on, I think they should be ashamed of themselves because it's like at the end of the day, you knew what this thing entailed. You know she's not sleeping with you because she think you cute.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's sleeping with you for the beneficial gain of whatever it might be. So to then after all I've done for you, that's a big no-no. That can definitely because at the end of the day, let's say she climbs up the ladder, right? She's gotten her position, however she got her position. The after all I've done for you, she don't have to give a damn because at the end of the day, she done made it. Appreciate you. So there's two ways to look at that. And are you back, KP?
Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
We got life. We got fire now.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect,
So
perfect.
what's your opinion on that?
I don't agree with it because I feel like you're putting your livelihood, your income in somebody else's hands. Like, if something happened today or tomorrow, they can get you off the job, they can get you fired, and all because you made a decision to sleep with somebody on the job.
Understood. Hey man, say man. That's really what it comes down to. And this next topic, right? To transition. This is one of them ones where I'm like, hey, is the early 2000s approach dead? And by that, I mean, like, you know how somebody would go up to you, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Where you from? You know what I'm saying? Can I take you out? Or you see something you like in traffic, you looking out the window, you flagging it down, hey, go down. So you tell them to roll the window down, right? Is that approach dead? And I'm gonna start with you, Starboy.
Yes, the approach is dead. It's dead, man. All the way dead. Can't come back. And I feel like it's dead because it's like, all right, don't get me wrong, you have still some people that approach that way, but it's like people go off what they see. So no, you have these things on YouTube that 20 versus one where or the popping balloon thing where women or men get on and they, try to find the one for them. And I feel like if you're a woman or you're a man, take time to get to know somebody. Like, I don't care that you freaky. Like, for real, like, tell me about that, like, one on one. Like, you letting the whole world know, like, all right, yo, sex is good. Like, I really don't want to know that. Like, I hate now with relationships and social media. Like, people put their whole life on their Instagram bio. Like, let me get to know you. Like, I don't want to know what I see on social media because everybody already knows it. Like, let me get to know you. Like, and then it affects other generations because you see, like, for example, like, the quote unquote word Riz, like Riz a girl up, like, people be disrespectful with it, right? But then at the same time, it's like, for example, if a woman knows that like a guy is somewhat out of her league or vice versa, and if somebody go Riz her up or vice versa, if a guy do the same thing to a girl, even though it may be disrespectful because she know the guy's out of her league or he may know the girl's out of his league, he's gonna accept it. Like, you're gonna accept the disrespect, like, in ways that, like, they don't even be really having conversations. Like, it just be like, oh, like, give me your number, or just put their phone out, like, or girl, like, for example, like, women don't approach men as much as men approach women, but it's dead now because now you be seeing on social media where a guy will see a girl at the airport and then he'll post the girl that he saw at the airport and be like, yeah, help me find her. Bro, you had the opportunity right then and there. Like, I don't
Yeah,
get
yeah, yeah. I feel like people scared to shoot now. People scared to shoot. What about you, Ellie? What you Lex?
I agree with Starboy. I think people need to know what the word yearning is and also what shame is. Because I feel like if you're yearning for somebody, you buy them flowers or like you try to hold a conversation, like you're actually putting in effort. And I feel like people should know what the word shame is because posting somebody and asking somebody else to like put you on, I feel like that's lame. Like I feel like you should have enough confidence to go up to that person, hey, you look good, like let's talk, whatever the case may be.
Right, right. I understand if the person got out of your grasp, like y'all had about 20, 30 minutes, whatever, you try to get a hold of them and they went through TSA or something and you lost the person or whatever. I get that aspect. But if you had the opportunity and you standing there looking at the individual and you telling your mans or your home girl to try to link you up, I think that is lame because it's like,
Yeah, just have enough confidence. Like the worst that a person can do is say no.
right, right. And if that person say no, that person wasn't your speed anyway.
I
So
think it's also kind of weird though, like posting a picture of somebody without like them knowing is weird to me.
yeah, yeah. I wonder. I don't even know. Is that legal? Like, you know, like
I
snapping a
mean,
photo.
I think you can do it, but like at the same time, it's just like invading your privacy. Because maybe you just had on like some gray sweats and like whatever. Now everybody looking at you for being gray sweatpants.
Mhm. How y'all feel about that cooking with Kaya girl?
I don't really know if she could like. A lot of people been saying that she been buying that food, but I don't agree with it. Like if a person is going on her page to look at her body, I don't agree. But if you're going because the food look good, then okay. But like I think she did something smart.
Yeah,
Like
I
she
think.
put her
Uh,
body out there. She wanted to do this and she ended up blowing up. So I don't think it's like dumb on her end, but it kind of shows like what people look at.
yeah, she's a master marketer in my opinion. Like personally, like before she kind of blew up, I didn't know much, so I went to go check on the page, and I was like,
They got
oh.
cooking with Mula too.
They got cooking with everybody now. Everybody just biting off everybody. Like even that pop the balloon challenge that you were saying. I found interest in it for a quick second, but now I'm not really like watching it at that now because it's all it is essentially is speed dating,
Mhm.
but it's speed dating with like the 2000s baby twist sometimes, and I feel like certain things that are said like are good, and certain things it's just like okay, like certain people's social skills and social cues, it shows you what level certain people are at. Like
They should know what shame is. You shouldn't be asking a girl to do a full 360.
yeah, that one right there, it's like I don't like that.
And
Like
it's kind of showing how people are not good with rejection either.
I think
That's just my opinion though.
yeah, yeah, because some people be getting hot, they be getting tight, and I think as far as the little 360 movement is that they got going on, it's like it's one of those things where it's like, man, you shorty does a 360, right? But after she do the whole 360, it's like you can already tell that she's curvaceous or whatever the case might be. So it's like we are not gonna leave nothing for the imagination anymore, are we? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Like it's like before you take somebody's clothes off, you already know what it is before the reveal. It's like having a gender reveal, and you already know what gender you having, and
Yeah.
you gotta play excited. Have y'all ever seen that where people be having gender reveals and they already know what the gender is, and they be like,
Yeah.
and yeah, I be thinking that's a little cheesy too. Like if y'all don't just have a normal baby shower and call it a day,
Hmm.
but hey, everybody got their own thing going on
How do you feel about it?
about the
Like the
2000s. The 2000s is the 2000s approach dead? I think it is. But what I would suggest is that we bring that back because like I miss even like prime example when when I was growing up, I grew up with my mom, right? And if a guy like my mom, right, they'll walk down on her and be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. Nice to meet you." Da 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 da. And they'll shoot their shot, and I'm standing there. You know what I'm saying? Which is bold to me. Like I'm standing here, you trying to shoot at my mom, but I always had a good discernment, and I'd feel like he's brave for that, and I like that he's willing to speak up. If you see something you like, why not you know what I'm saying, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Da 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 da. And even if it's like a situation where you just want to make a friend, you know what I'm saying? I say that still should be the approach rather than y'all just staring at each other and then making eye contact and then side eyeing and keep on doing that number right there. That's not cool. It just makes you seem weird for one. And then especially if y'all keep on running into each other, I'm the type, if I run into you 3-4 times, I'm like, you following me? You know, like,
I think
like,
confidence is the key too. Like, I feel like it gets you like further than a lot of people think.
right. But if you don't got no confidence and you asking somebody to put you on, it's kind of like you don't need to even be put on because what you gonna do when they standing in your face and it's everything you like or everything you desire in somebody? What you gonna do? Like, I think sometimes people like, and I'll speak on us guys. We tend to try to flaunt money if we don't have like good back and forth banter, and a lot of people like uh me and KP had this conversation where a lot of people we realize they don't have no type of conversation or hold no substance.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like, hey, what's good? They look at you.
Me, like as a girl, like when I approach people, I never got turned down because it's more like, oh, a shock that a girl's approaching a boy.
Okay, so that's a good question. Like you be shooting, you like you when you was in that field, you was shooting.
Like if I like the person like physically and I'm like, oh, like I just want to see what the person like is about, I would do that. Like I would go up and talk to them, like have a normal conversation, and wherever it leads, it leads.
Right. So anybody who piques your interest, and this is I'm speaking to y'all, Soca fam. If somebody piques your interest, it doesn't hurt to just say hi or like where are you from? Those are general questions. You
Hmm.
cannot be turned down off of general questions. You know what I'm saying? And let's say sometimes you could ask a general question and it doesn't necessarily mean it's the end all be all. Like if somebody turns you down for asking general questions, that means they lack like mental, like they don't have no intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Because back and forth banter is normal. We should normalize back and forth banter. So to transition, because that was a good one. That was a good one. We hot right now. Song of the week. This is one I have to always implement because music controls my life. It's always a different frequency I'm vibrating on, and I think when it comes to music, music is mood altering. Like I could be having the worst of days. Let somebody I like drop a project. I'm like, ooh, it's about that time. It's
Mhm.
about that time. So I gotta tune in. Like I know some of y'all don't want to hear this, but I gotta still listen to my boy Tory Lanez, what I'm saying, when it comes to like, what he might have dropped, what I'm saying, from jail. What I'm saying? I
Mhm.
gotta tap in. I heard one song and it's fire. It was fire. And don't be making that face, Lex, because
I ain't
at the end
say
of the
nothing.
at the end of the day, it's
Mhm.
certain things that went unnoticed and unrecognized in that case. And we're gonna get on that topic. But I just want to know what's been in y'all ear, you know what I'm saying? And we'll start with you, since you wanna roll your eyes and do all that extra stuff.
Um, it's this new artist. I think her name is Georgiana, and she has a song with Glorilla. So that's been my
Okay, I
song.
like
I
Joe.
think it's ILBB2.
ISB2.
I like bad bitches too. That's
Okay,
the
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay.
I was like, what? See, that's how we getting a little up there. But what I will say is Glorilla, to me personally, is my favorite female artist. And at first, I wasn't like really into her. And what initially got me to liking her was her personality for one, how
Mhm.
she comes off and portrays herself. You know what I'm saying? And her confidence, because I don't think she's like the finest individual I've ever seen. But what I will say is, her confidence makes her very attractive and appealing to most men. And at first, it was kind of like when I would look at her, I was seeing like Lil Bow Wow when I when I first seen her. But you know, she's growing, she's growing on me, and I feel like her music is so hard. Like I like the way she puts her words together, and you know that the Memphis accent, that twang, curbing on curbing. You know, what I'm saying I like that.
I like that her like songs are different from like what we're hearing now from a lot of girls.
Right, right,
Yeah, she has song about like her best friend, some about men, and just some about like where she's from. So that's what made me like her.
right, right. I think her support transcends like just the females, because females are big on support when it comes to like music, and y'all like all a lot of female artists who be popping their shit. With Glorilla, when she pop her shit, it's just like different because it's like it's stuff that guys can relate to too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I mean, if I was riding up the street, right, and I got that yeah glow, I got that one bumping in the car, nobody gonna think twice because I mean that's a banger. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like she can be in whatever lane she chooses to be in, and I love the way she carries herself in interviews as well. So that was a really good one. What about you, my boy, Star Boy?
I'm checking out what Tory Lanez just dropped, but I'm not gonna lie. Don't do that. Max. Don't do that.
Yes, you gotta chill out
But,
with that. You.
but don't do that. But Glorilla like going crazy right now. Like
Mhm.
since like the beginning of like she was always good, but it was like from the beginning of last year to now, like
Yeah,
everything
she
she
got a lot
dropped,
of features with different types of like artists and different types of
yeah, like everything she dropped, like is a hit. Like everything,
yeah.
like they ain't no skips.
No
And,
skips.
and anything like that's what I'm saying. Like when I listen to female like rappers or R&B like or pop, like it's different because it's like for example, like if you driving and you playing some Beyonce, you feel what I'm saying? You gonna get them looks. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna get them looks. But if you bump into Glorilla, like everybody bumping into that now, like
She hard.
she hard, like very hard. You know what I'm saying? So
Her.
hey, she's snapping right now for real.
Yeah, for sure. For me, man, I would have. Of course, I need to check out that Tory project, and I heard one song, but I think what was been in my ear, and this will surprise y'all, but I love this girl's demeanor. I love the way like she sings. I love her energy as a whole, and I think like she's also transcending like and having multiple like audiences, male and female. But the singer, her,
Oh yeah.
I think her is she's real under the radar, but she got like a soothing voice. It's something about her. I like the way she kind of like expresses herself because all music is expression at the end of the day.
Hmm.
So when you're able to be vulnerable on songs and express yourself in however manner you want to express yourself, I just find that to be very like that's attractive to me. That I have a little crush on. I got a celebrity crush, and that'll be my celebrity crush at the
I
moment.
think Rochi is also good too.
I haven't really tapped too much into all of her songs, but I have heard some things that she got. She on fire too right now.
Yeah, she's real good.
Yeah, I can't deny her. Can't deny her for real. So I got to tap into Tory Lanez. You said you tapped into that Tory Lanez. What song would you advise first off?
Um, I haven't like really like I haven't listened to the whole project. I just listened to a couple of songs, so I'm still like listening to. Come on, Max. Like I'm still listening to a couple of songs. Like don't do that, please.
Yeah, she started to piss me off.
Like come
I am
on.
not doing anything. I got myself on mute.
Like,
Yeah, it's the facial expressions. You starting to piss me off. Now let me ask you this: why? Like, what is it about Tory you don't like?
So it's just not from the Megan Stallion situation. He's just
mhm.
abusive. Like from his ex-girlfriends, all of that. Everybody has reported him being abusive. He's been in jail before, Megan Thee Stallion, for being like domestic violence. So
Right. Understood. And so check this out. I heard a song right where
he
he
could
was
sing, I'm not gonna lie, but he just need to get his mental there.
okay. Check this out. So I heard a song. Man, he was speaking on this song where he's like, these people lock me up, but they can't even like find my fingerprints or anything on the firearm. And I thought that should be more studied for the simple fact that it's like, if y'all don't have conclusive evidence on somebody, I don't think they should be serving that long of a sentence. Now, what I will say is, I don't promote like abusive behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I think he should work on that. But he has a child at home, right? And you got 10 years, and the case wasn't even like handled properly, in my personal opinion. So it's just one of those situations where like I don't always support what the artist does outside of the music, but like I can support the music. Like a lot of people said Michael Jackson was doing this and touching kids at Never Never Land, but we all love Michael Jackson's music. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly, for example. R. Kelly be on some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you put on some step in the name of love, and it's hard for my foot not to move. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like you can be like still like a good singer. That's just like your job. But like as a person, if you're a terrible person, you're a terrible person. Chris Brown is an amazing singer. He's an amazing dancer. But as far as like relationships, like I feel like he's a terrible person. He's a good father, but he's just a terrible significant other.
Yeah, he might not be a good dater, but
Yeah.
yes. So it was one of those things where it's like,
And I don't know if he necessarily got arrested for shooting. I thought it was because he didn't have like um he's not a US citizen or something like that, and he was like around, I don't know. I thought it
I
was
think
more
it was
because him
more so
not
the
being a US
possession.
citizen.
Yeah, I think it's more so the possession of the firearm,
Mm,
and he already, committed a couple other crimes.
mm.
And I'm surprised they ain't deport him because with the climate today, man, ICE is
You
out
know
there.
also why I don't like Tory Lanez? Because when he first took off that hat, I felt like he was a liar after that. Because before, I thought his hairline was right here. Did you see it when he first took off that hat?
Listen,
Look
this
at
is what we
before
not
pictures
gonna do.
before he took
This
off
is
his
what we
hat
not gonna do.
until he took it off.
We're
He's
not finna
been a liar.
define our man Tory like that, okay?
Nah.
Let me tell you why. Because not everybody is blessed with the Jason Tatum straight across hairline, for one.
I don't
Two,
even know who Jason Tatum is.
understood. Well, that's some research for you later on. Um, Jalen Rose too. But I think people now are getting hair plugs, hair extensions,
I
right?
get that, but come bald. Let me know.
Check this out.
That's catfish.
Okay, when a woman wears a wig, what do you think about that?
For well, I don't know, cause for me, like if you're doing it just to do it, then okay. But like, let the person know. Like for me, I tell people like I'm bald. Like I have a low boy.
Okay, understood. So he has to announce that that he's bald
I
every
mean,
time.
don't announce it. Like for me, like I don't wear wigs like that. I just come as I am. Like when people like look on my social media, sometimes I have on wigs, sometimes I don't. But like if I'm talking to the person, they're gonna know, hey, I have a low boy.
Okay, now check this out. What I don't agree with is the dudes who get the man units and it's glued on and all that extra stuff. That is crazy to me.
Hmm.
But I don't think females should trip out on dudes who get the man unit for the simple fact that a lot of these females are out here wearing wigs and extensions. So how can you be mad at homie who's just trying to, enhance his appearance and feel better about himself when you want to feel better about yourself? You know what I'm saying? So it's strange to me how like societal norms can like be on one side of the fence or on the other side of the fence. I think when it comes to hats and hair plugs and like, okay, a lot of people was on LeBron James' head, right? They were so focused on LeBron James' head. It's some people that's more focused on LeBron James' head than they own rent. You feel me? And my thing on that is we got to let people live. You know what I'm saying? Because I know.
That's weird though. Like he's a good basketball player. He's a good father. He date Gabrielle Union. Is other stuff to worry
No,
about.
you talking about D Wade? You talking about D
Well,
Wade?
I don't know the people named
LeBron James.
LeBron.
LeBron James.
No, I don't know. Whoever he married to, he married to somebody.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
she
So
felt like that he needed the hair, then okay. But like at the same time, like it's more to him.
right, right. But he might wanted that for himself. certain women wear wigs for themselves.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not wearing wigs because, you know,
I don't know. You need to come as you are with me. I'm sorry.
check this
I
out.
don't want no surprises.
Check this out. Somebody with alopecia, right? They can't control that situation. And that's a big insecurity with a lot of them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I knew somebody with alopecia, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I seen the situation, I said, whoa, you know, I was taken back. But
Did you say whoa in front of the person?
no, no, my eye, you know, my eyes tell it
Oh
all.
my
You know,
god.
I got our side of the family eyes, you know.
That's
Uh,
terrible, Javon.
well, check this out. I'm not going like I keep it real respectful, you know what I'm saying? But I was taken back because it was like, but they can't control that. So it's like if she wears a wig, she looks beautiful with it. I think I've actually found bald chicks very attractive. Like, you know, I don't think hair defines you,
Hmm.
but I do think it can be beneficial and detrimental to whomever. I feel like you have to have the right head too sometimes, because there's certain people who don't have the right head to
Yeah.
rock certain. And
Did she tell you before, like y'all met, or like how was it told to you?
this is a friend of somebody else
Hmm.
who was comfortable with our within our family to then get their hair done, and I seen the alopecia situation, and because I bent the corner to go in the kitchen, and I said, "Ooh," you know. But at the end of the day, they can't control that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna transition because you know we done took it totally left. Uh, was it the right move trading Geno Smith? And to elaborate on this, Ali, Geno Smith plays for the Seattle Seahawks, right? He's originally from the crib, right? And to start his career, he was like supposed to be that guy, right? They sent him to New York, and that's where he got traded. Well, that's where he started his career in New York, and he looked like straight boo boo in New York, right?
Oh wow.
New York outcasted him and was like, you know, we don't want Geno. Geno's trash. Geno's buns. Geno sucks, right? So then Geno doesn't play for about like 7 years. Like he's just a backup on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And he finally got his chance again. And he turned up for like a season where he just was going crazy, right? But then now, as of recent, they got rid of Geno, and Geno's off to the Oakland, well, not the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, right? So now he's got sent to Las Vegas, and people are wondering, like, was it the right thing to do? Because Geno is now considered a starter. He making big boy money, you know what I'm saying? Because he stayed down till he had to come up. So I'm curious to know. I'm gonna ask you, Star Boy, like, how do you feel about the Geno situation and him being traded?
Pretty much with Gino being traded, I really don't know what Seattle's doing. You know, you hear DK ask for a trade. You know, DK Metcalf. People don't know he's dating Normani. If people know who that is.
Who's that?
Normani, the dancer. Yeah,
Yes.
so she's a singer and dancer, very good at dancing. But
Jesus. Know who
so
Tory Lanez is though. Go ahead.
So
so
who? Okay, so since you know who that is, Adley, kind of give me a quick rundown of who
So she was
Armani.
in a girl. She was in a girl group. I
Mhm.
forgot the name of the girl group. They split up,
Mhm.
and basically, she's been like
Right.
a good dancer. She also sings. She was in Cardi B's WAP video.
she
So
was in
she
a
has her own motion too.
Oh,
She's
okay,
just not
okay, okay.
dating him. She has her own
yeah,
motion.
she was in a girl group called Fifth Harmony. It had like
Okay.
Camila Cabello. I don't know if I said her last name right, but it was like a couple of them. I don't know if you ever heard a song called "Work from Home," but it was good. You know, I thought it was good. But yeah. So pretty much, I don't think it's good because now, okay, you traded Gino, you traded him for I believe a third round pick to the Las Vegas Raiders. You traded, well, DK is going to be traded. They let go of Tyler Lockett, so it's like, okay, so you basically are in rebuilding mode again.
Right, right.
So like I don't get the point of that. Like what is the point of trading Gino when you finally found a so you might as well trade Smith and Jigma too because you're in rebuild. So if you're in rebuild, just get rid of the whole team. Get rid of all your good players and you know, figure some start all over. Try to create the Legion of Boom again.
Right. So you think they just need to go ahead and wipe it clean, wipe the whole front
I
office?
mean, if I'm pretty much sure that DK knew that Gino was going to be traded, so he asked for a trade days before Gino got traded. So
Right.
if you're him, it's like, all right, there's no besides Shador and Cam Ward. What other quarterbacks are you looking for that take your eye in the draft? None.
None, because
Pretty
this
much.
this quarterback draft.
And they're going to be gone way before they even pick. So, now Las Vegas don't necessarily need a quarterback. They necessarily don't need one. They just need skilled position players. They already got Brock Bowers, but they just need more skilled position players.
Right. Understood. Okay. So that one, was for my boy Mello. Shout out Mello. You know what I'm saying? We looking forward to having you back next week.
Yep.
We definitely gonna retouch that topic right there. I agree with you as well. So yeah, it's a transition. What's something you have an emotional attachment to? We're gonna start with you, Lex.
Dang. Let me think about this.
Okay.
Come back to me because I'm thinking now.
We're gonna pass the buck to you, Starboy.
Okay, something that I have emotional attachment to, I would say like just my car. Like that's something I have an emotional attachment to. Only because like, for example, like when you're in your car, like sometimes you could just get in your car and get away from everything. Like things may not be going well in life, or for example, like your car, you hook it up, like depending upon what kind of car you have, got the Bluetooth going, got the
Yeah.
just being able to vibe out and like enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Like even though things may not be going well, but you know, you could take your car and just like go on, like I'm not gonna say like go on a little mini vacay, but like, just try to get away from life, try to get away from family, like try to deal with things on your own when you don't have a way of like expressing it to others. So just being in your car gives you your own solitude. You're allowed to do whatever you want in your own car, like just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I get that. I'll say for me, something I have an emotional attachment to. It's crazy. I'm the one who came up with this question, and I'm over here thinking hard about it. I would say, damn. Oh,
Can it
I
be
say,
like a pet?
yeah, it could be a pet, it could be anything. I say for me, it would probably be, and I know this sounds crazy because I'm not like crazy on the game, but like it's probably my Xbox, and the reason why is because that's where I have my leisure time. That's how I relax. That's like if some people drink wine, some people do certain things, so it's like you know that's where I spend my leisure time. I think my Xbox for sure, because you could communicate on your Xbox, you can go on YouTube on your Xbox. It's like having a stationary phone and gaming device all in one. I say my box.
For me, it's Smokey, my rabbit. I love him so much. And
Would you like to give Smokey a guest star appearance? For the pet lovers and Soca fam, the
let me see if
little
I can get him. Give me 1 second. One moment. I'll be right back.
thing you got going on.
Yeah.
Sure.
The animals that's our emotional attachment too. Sometimes you have an animal as some emotional support pet, so they
Mhm.
help you get through life. Because for example, like a dog, a cat, anything, they're gonna love you no matter if you have or you don't have it all. Like they will never know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're excited to see your presence and stuff like that. But that's one thing good about animals. Like they will always love you forever. Like no matter what.
Mhm.
Okay.
So let me hold him.
Big ass rabbit.
Yeah, that's
Rat.
I ain't gonna lie. That thing is big. That's big. I didn't think he was gonna be that big.
So this is Smokey.
Slunky, what's up?
And I had him for about like 2 years now. I think he's more of my like emotional pet more than anything.
Yeah, she be calling that thing my cousin.
He do. He look at him. Don't they resemble each other?
Okay.
No,
Jokes.
Same teeth and everything.
Okay. She got jokes. Okay, so that's a good one. That's a good one. What are some things that changed from your early 20s to now? And this was a question I was looking forward to having KP help us answer. Because
I didn't
man,
see the question. What was the question?
what are some things that changed from your early to now?
Um, I don't care as much like about others' opinion. I used to care about it like all the time. Social media, or if I made like somebody upset, I would want to like know. Now it is what it is. And I wish when I was younger, I wish I was more into like some like more spiritual stuff, like going to church more and everything like that. Cause right now I'm big on church, or like doing little Bible studies, or just like going whenever I have like a chance. Cause it really brings me peace.
Okay. Then listen, that's a great thing to hear. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might want to throw your cousin in the mix whenever you got some time to see if I got some time. You know what I'm saying? We handle it like that, but that's real cool. I like that. For me, I would say uh I kind of like I stay out the way now these days, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm into this podcast space now, but on the average, on normal, like people don't really know what I be having going on, or they can assume or whatever, but yeah, I just kind of just stay out the way. I feel like early 20s, like I feel like I was a little outside, you know what I'm saying? I was moving and grooving like Ruben, you feel me? Like I was having fun, and I was telling y'all off the air that when I stopped, in my early 20s, I stopped going to the club now. I don't go to no clubs now. I can't do no club scene. And the reason why is because I fell asleep in the club one time. And I was just like, yeah, maybe this is not the place for me to be, because what am I here to do? Like, I want to do any and everything with intention and reason. You know what I'm saying? I want everything I do now to have purpose. And the club scene, there was no purpose in that. Like, a song I hate to this day, that the baby song, "Go I Won't," yeah, that song right there. Should. I hate that damn song,
I don't
and the
know what
reason I
song
hate it
y'all
is
talking
because
about.
it's called "Should" by the baby, but
Oh, I know
it's
what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. That song right there, I heard that song at least 5 times in one night in the club one time. I was like, come on, man, let me play this song one more time. But it's no purpose in the club or that type of space or that type of atmosphere for me anymore, because pretty much now everybody's taking pictures on their phone.
Hmm.
They just posting the lights, like
Nobody really dancing.
nobody dancing for real. That's what you paid your entry fee for. Then I'm going there to get frisked before I even get in the door by somebody just to stand there in the club. And that goes back to the, like, approaching people don't know how to say hey, what's up no more, so they just kind of like it could be somebody who's seen you and be like, oh, like I saw shorty, but like I'm not willing to like speak to her, so he'll hit her up after the night is over, when you could have just pressed the issue right then and there. Hey, what's up, how you doing? Simple as that. Where you from? What's your name? So Soka fam, like, what I'm saying, if y'all struggling to communicate with people, it doesn't hurt to say hey.
I think one more thing that I want to add is that in my early 20s, I should have saved way more, because I feel like I was
Mm,
spending a lot of my money like on clothes, or like stuff that I'm not even using now.
right. Now check this out though. You know, I feel the same way as you, but what I will say is sometimes that process is necessary to feel how you feel now. Like, you had to do all of that stuff then to now realize, like, I was just doing shit. Like, what I'm saying? I was just,
Yeah.
you know, I could have saved that money. I could have saved this. I could have, allocated this somewhere else. I could have started the IRA, you know what I'm saying, and let it build interest. But nobody's thinking like that in the early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Only the 1% is thinking like that, you know what I'm saying? And when I was in my 20s, I was doing a lot of hours and working a lot. And the money that I did save, I allocated it towards bull jive. You feel me? Because
Exactly.
I was always like feeling like I was missing something, like I was missing the moment, like sometimes, like when your friends are outside, Circle fam, that doesn't mean you missing anything. You're not missing anything. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always going to be another fight. There's always going to be another party. There's always going to be another Super Bowl. There's always going to be a major event that continues to happen. You know what I'm saying? So really, we're not missing out on anything.
Mhm.
That's something that we're telling ourselves, and that's actually like the enemy in progress in a sense. Like you don't always have to attend every event or try to appease an individual at a function. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to sit back, take it easy at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I'll hear about it later. And then if it was really that much of a time, I'll be there at the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time you go out, especially in Miami, y'all know this, it's money spent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot.
So yeah, that's my opinion on it. What about you, Starboy?
Pretty much just everything changed from your early 20s to now. Like how you see life, like just everything that's going on. Like when you in your early 20s, like you're fresh out of high school, like probably 1 or 2 years removed or a couple years removed from high school, you're still trying to figure yourself out. Like you're still trying to figure out like if you should like what you what you like what you thought that you wanted to be since you were a little kid. Like, is that still what I want to do? Like, do I still love that profession? Like, what is it that I really want to do? You're trying to figure out like, is your friends that were in high school are they for you, or like, do you need to look for new friends? You may be in college, like, trying to figure out life. You're more independent in college. Like you can't just like when you're in high school, like you could just like bull jive through high school, like you could just chill, like do certain things. But when you're in college, but you realize like them classes cost money, and the more you fail a class, like there is no teacher like, oh, Miss Mister, like, can I make extra credit? No, a lot of professors not doing that. So then you have the thing where the club is not the same. Like everything is a TikTok dance. So the clubs are trying to go with TikTok. So it's like they're trying to play 30 to 40 seconds of a song so that everybody can start dancing and then go back to just standing on the wall. And then you have the situation where like people are not the same. People like more nice when you were growing up. Now it's not like that no more. Like everybody got ops nowadays. Like people are looking to have ops now. Um, you know, like YNs are more prevalent now. Like everybody want to be a YN. Um, Stuff like that. So just a bunch of things change. Even like TV has changed. When we were younger, it was like I feel like when we were in high school or when we got out of high school, streaming started to come, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now, where streaming is everything. Like, you can't even go out and buy, like, it's hard. Like, when we were younger, there was a Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? So, or you can buy an artist CD. Nobody's buying CDs no more. It's streaming. Like, we streaming out everything. Like, everything's being streamed now. So that's how I just feel like things are different.
That goes back into that topic we was having about analytics and how analytics, has changed society. And the next time we have Dun on here, I would love to have you on here as well, because that Drake and that Drake topic we was talking about. I can't wait to have him on as a guest again, because I would love to hear the back and forth banter between you guys when it comes to that. And
I'm waiting, man.
yeah, I say this, Soca fam, like, touch grass. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we as people, we don't just smell the roses. Sometimes we want to do the most. You know what I'm saying? Touch some grass and realize, like, hey, there's more to life than a TikTok dance. Because I see it all the time when I'm in a grocery store or something. I'll be seeing, people doing this junk right here and doing all that extra stuff, and I just be like, damn, like, y'all is really locked in, like. And people, when they walk now, like, they walk with their head down because they looking at their phone. Nobody could just walk straight no more and have their eyes on what's in front of them. And I feel like that statement right there pertains not only to just the phone, but it pertains to like more than like people don't see the bigger picture, because everything is transactional and right then and there and quick, fast, in a hurry, like chicken curry. But I don't know, but yeah, I think we'll conclude the episode on that note. And it was a pleasure having you on again, Alex. And my boy Starboy is always good running it up with you, man. So
likewise, man.
Yeah, this is what I need to let y'all know, Soco fam. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Especially if y'all want to hear more, you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely be having more guests and viewers on here. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep it going, keep trying to run these numbers up and continue to help us reach our goals, because everybody has goals that they're trying to reach. And I think none of this could be possible without the help of you guys. And yeah, just share with a friend if you like our topics. And even if you don't like our topics, explain why, you know what I'm saying? Express yourselves and just let us know what it is and what it ain't. So anything else y'all would like to add?
I had fun with the topics.
For
Now I
sure.
know the difference between what's his name, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James.
Yeah, that's
now I know the difference now.
You learn that something new every day.
It was both on. Let me not ask that. Go
They
ahead.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
That is crazy. You live in Miami, and did you just miss that whole time period, like 2012, 2013, 2011? What were you at?
In school, probably. I don't know.
Dang, but that
I
was
don't care about like sports that have to do with food. So if it's like Super Bowl, like, and they're gonna have food, I'm going with whatever team got the most food. I don't know who playing.
Wow,
Jesus,
that's different.
Makes sense to me.
Hey, okay, as long as it makes sense to you, hey, that's all that matters. If it don't make $1, it don't make sense to me. But I respect that. We're gonna get you laced up when it comes to the sports, Ali.
Yeah, we're gonna get you
laced up, because I mean, when we had that, what was that, episode 7? If I'm not mistaken, we had you on, and we were talking about Victor Wembanyama. I understand you not knowing Victor Wembanyama because he's a second-year guy. But we're gonna get you a little more culture, and then plus, you be around people that be playing sports games and stuff like that. So
yeah, Alex know all about them, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have a talk with Alex.
Yeah, he told me about them. I just be there listening to them.
See, you can just be listening blindly. So his mouth just be moving, and you just looking at him like.
If it's about sports, yes. But anything else, I'm tuned in. I promise.
Well, now I'll say this, Ellie. You are now a 2-time guest, and you are our first 2-time guest. So we're gonna have to get you laced up, and that's a milestone. You know what I'm saying? You a double guest on the show now.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure to send you a T-shirt or something.
Okay, thank you.
2-time. Hopefully we can make it 3. But
I'm down. Just let me know anytime.
Okay. See, yeah, we held you true to that. So, all right, y'all. It was a pleasure speaking with y'all. Signing out.
Bye, y'all.
You
are now watching Soca Vibes Sports Podcast.